Hello, welcome back to another video. Today's video is our bullet journal spread for the month of December. I've gone with a ornament and sort of Christmassy theme. I did mostly ornaments, but then I did a few different things on other pages. We're gonna go through it. I thought today I would do it in a bit of a different way. I normally just do the flip through at the end, but I kind of like watching these fast-forwarded videos. They're not called like that. Time-lapsed videos of people drawing, and I really like doing that. So yeah, so here we are. I hope you like it, and if you don't, we can go back to the other way that we do things, but I really enjoyed doing this. As you can see here, I'm drawing the cover page, which is all of these cute little ornaments hanging down. I actually sketch everything out and I draw it, you know, with my ruler and my pencil, and I go through everything then over with pen. It takes me a while. Yeah, so then I did this little border, which is sort of candy cane-esque, which I really like. Then I was going to do my trackers here on the next page. I normally go back and look at what I've done in the past to make it easier for me, but I made a mistake. So I had to glue that page together, and I moved on to let that dry. And here I am doing my spread for the Magic Readathon of this month, which will be themed around Christmas at Hogwarts, so I'm very excited for that. So here we go back to drawing the trackers, and I'm doing the same trackers that I did in November. But I've chosen to track different things because some of them I didn't think were relevant anymore. And then I'm going back to color this page in. I often do this back and forward thing to let the ink dry to then erase the lines with the pencil so that I don't smudge the ink. And here I'm drawing these little fairy lights, and I go over it with pencil and around because it makes it seem like there's sort of light coming from them. It looks a lot better than it just coloring it in. And from these trackers, I also drew these little hanging ornaments, which I thought looked really, really cute. And in the end, this sort of like flapped down page, I actually really like. So sometimes mistakes can be a good thing. This month I am going to be tracking my Instagram, YouTube, which I always track, and then I'm also going to be tracking how much water I drink, if I eat fruits and vegetables every day, my mood, my sleep, my symptoms, and my self-care. You can see that also I did this through a few of different days. Took me a total of about 3 or 4 days to finish it, so it does take me a little while, but I do only do like a few hours at a time because I have other things to do during the rest of the day. And this page is our video schedule, I guess. And then on the side I put a little space for video ideas, and I'm using this washi tape which I got in my Paper Gang unboxing. I really like this washi tape. It's very cute, and I really think it fit in with the theme. And I find that using these sort of drop shadows helps there be more definition around the images, and it helps make them more 3D, I guess. But I don't always use it. It depends on what kind of effect I want to go for. And also it depends like what kind of, if I'm going to use markers or if I'm using pencils, depending on what kind of effect I want and what kind of vibrancy or texture I want. I find that pencils are a lot easier to use if you want to do a lot of shading and a lot of sort of textures and more layered effects, whereas I find that markers are easier for things that you want to look really cartoonish or really like doodly. So I don't have a preference for one or the other. I like using both, and sometimes I use both materials during one spread. Sometimes I will just use one. It really depends on what I'm going for and what, yeah, so that's a little tip for you if you're considering recreating this or any other of my spreads or anybody's spreads really, or making your own. So here I am going to do a little to-do list kind of page. I don't do this very often, but because the first week of the month is literally just 2 days, I thought I would use this other page to just put down things, because I am going to be traveling, and you do have more things to worry about and to keep track of during December, so I thought it might be handy. And at the bottom of this, I drew these cute little pine trees with a little snow on them, and I also drew snow on the little boxes. I thought it looked cute. And again, with the trees, if I just colored them in, it would look awful. It would just look like a green blob. So I went over with a marker where shading would be, and shading really helps make a difference. Like you can see here where it's lighter. Yeah, so it really helps make a difference. And on the page where the first week of the month is, I have just 2 boxes for the days and ornaments coming down. What you were seeing there was me going back and fixing some things and adding some color and adding some sort of vibrancy to the ornaments. I drew a line with a metallic Sharpie to make it sort of seem like they are rounded and that they're catching the light. I thought that was a really nice touch, and it really did make the difference. Here I'm trying to draw little boxes, which I managed in the end, but sometimes the measurements take me a while to figure out. And this is going to be the second week. I always include a box for every single day, and then I like to include a little calendar of the month so I can see sort of every week that I'm going to be having to do things for. And I just did cute little banners and these sort of drop shadows for this. And in the background, I drew a bunch of candy canes, which took me so long. Overall, I really liked this spread, but it took me so long to do that I decided to make simpler spreads for the rest of the weeks, I mean. And yeah, also I wish I had done different ornaments as well, not just candy canes, but anyway. So here is the final flip through. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget you can leave it a like and a comment, and consider subscribing to my channel because that would make me really, really happy. Also take a moment to check out my Patreon page. Yeah, and that's all of the things I have to say. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!